Does the island of Montecristo exist? Yeah, this is it, and I'm going to show you how to get there. I made my way towards the port of Piombino bright and early and headed to the boat. I booked my day trip with a guide, which is the only way to visit Montecristo. A maximum of around 1,000 people are allowed to visit the island every year. The boat picked up a few people at Porta Azzurro in Elba before we continued our 2-hour-ish journey to Montecristo. There were dolphins jumping beside our boat. It was a magical ride. Montecristo looks dark and mysterious as you approach. It's honestly a little eerie. For a second, I felt like Alexandre Dumas thinking about the Count of Montecristo. This Tuscan island would be completely deserted if it wasn't inhabited by an island guard. But as you get closer, you see some of the most turquoise waters. I could not believe it. And guess what? You're not allowed to swim in the water. It's illegal. Same thing goes for fishing. Montecristo is a biogenetic reserve, and my guide said the spiders and scorpions on the island are studied because they are antique species and they're oak trees from like 1,000 years ago. Monks lived on Montecristo from the 5th century to the 1500s. Oh, that was rosemary. It smells so good. There are 3 different hikes that you can choose from on the island. I did the hardest one because I really wanted to see the monastery and the Grotta del Santo. We also saw a bunch of goats because there are goats who live on the island still to this day. We had lunch at the top of the island as our guide explained everything from the history to urban legends, geology, all of it. I did not bring hiking poles, but almost everyone in my group had them, so it's probably best to bring some if you've got them. This was the Grotta, but if you do have mobility issues, you can still visit the island and do the easier walk that takes you to Villa Reale, and you can sit near the beach and just enjoy. This drop was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was shaking in my boots for a little bit, but it was okay. There is a very famous legend about the island that speaks of a dragon that used to live on Montecristo and would explode into a fire-breathing rage if anyone dared to come close. There was only one man who was known as Saint Mamiliano who was brave enough to face the beast. This was when the group got excited because there was a bunch of snakes doing things together. Anyway, that was a villa. We also visited the botanical garden and then we headed back home. But you gotta visit Montecristo. Follow us for more. Bye!